Hey guys, it's Kelsey and welcome back to another video. So I'm not 100% sure what the title of this video is going to be, but basically what I'm going to be doing today is a chit chat, get ready with me kind of makeup tutorial type of video. And along the way I'm going to be giving you guys like second impressions and updated reviews on a bunch of new products that you have seen me review or use lately on this channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe. It's going to be a nice chatty video, so hopefully you guys like those kinds of videos. I am going to be dipping into the Jaclyn Hill Jaclyn. If any of you guys watch or used to play the Spyro game, when I just said Jaclyn, it reminded me of the Draclets and Spyro, if you guys remember those little spiders. Anyways, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. So, it's hard for me to kind of update you guys on this palette because I haven't been using it all that much. But I have definitely been trying to dip in to this palette. I'm just taking some of the caramel shades on a big fluffy brush and I'm blending out my crease. I did already prime my lids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So, like I said, I haven't had a chance to really dip into this palette and get creative with it, but I have practiced better blending techniques than in my original review video, and I have had better luck with it. But the point still stands that if I can go like this with another shadow and it looks great, and when I go like this with the Jaclyn shadow it's not looking great, that still says something. But I'm doing what I gotta do to try to make the shadows work. I like the Too Faced Shadow Insurance because it really provides like a nice base for your shadows, but it doesn't cover up the veins on my eyelids, so it's like, what the heck? I almost think I'm gonna have to start concealing. I don't know, I was gonna say concealing and then putting the primer on. I don't know if that would work. Sometimes I will just conceal my lids and then set it down and use that as a primer instead. I almost feel like that works better. I'm always wearing like a simple neutral smoky eye, so I'm going to do that in today's video because a lot of you guys are always asking for a tutorial. So I guess that will be it. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of a darker brown shade on the same brush and start working that into the outer corner as well. I'm really excited for the new Anastasia Subculture palette. I did buy that today. Alright, I am going in with the Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. Yes, this brush is dirty because I did use it for the same look. I'm going to be going ahead and mixing a maroon and a dark brown shade from the palette. And I'm going to start working that into the outer crease and lower lash line. I find that when I blend a dark shadow into the outer crease and lower lash line, it kind of helps with that winged out effect of my liner. I don't know, I've really been liking the way it looks. And so have you guys, because whenever I wear my shadow like that, you guys are always asking for a tutorial. And if you want a more in-depth tutorial on it, the video I did where I was doing a first impressions on that bird nest brand, what the heck was that called? Oh, the brand Pretty Vulgar. In that first impressions video, I did a similar shadow look, but I think kind of more in-depth maybe, so that could help you out as well. I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and a medium brick shade, and I'm going to blend out the outer corner. I still feel like this palette requires so much more blending than my other palettes do, so I'm not crazy, guys. One thing I hate about the Jaclyn Hill palette is that it doesn't have a cream matte shade. That blows my mind. Like, how is it possible for her to come out with a palette without a cream matte shade? I'm just going to jump into my Carli Bybel Deluxe palette and grab the cream shade from that palette, and I'm going to work that onto my lid and inner corner. Another palette that I've really been liking is the Real Her Shadow palette. Mine is in Do Your Squats. We got this in Boxy Charm. It has a mirror, it has a couple shades. It's great. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up the shade Unshakable. It's a dark brown. And I'm going to take it on that same brush that has the red on it just to kind of diffuse it a little bit. And I'm just going to darken up that outer corner just a little bit. The mirror on this palette is like a great mirror. If you guys are makeup gurus, makeup junkies, you know that there are differences in quality of mirrors, and the mirror in this palette is a great one. Really focus on getting some of that dark product onto the upper lash line. I kind of do like a C motion, like I want it in the crease and the outer corner and the lash line, but I'm trying to keep it off of the main lid. Now, there are a couple of eyeshadows I've been loving lately to get my inner corner highlight. So the first thing I've been liking to use is the new Blink Boxy Charm shadow palette that we just got in our last Boxy Charm. And I really like taking this last shade right here and highlighting my inner corner. But even more so, and what you guys have been really noticing in my videos, you've been really noticing my inner corner highlight. And what I've been using for that is the new Carli Bybel palette, and I've been using this white shade right here. This is an amazing highlight shade. It's amazing in the inner corner alone, the brow bone. I also like to mix it with these shades for a topper. It's so good. I like to use it on my lip and chin highlight. It's an amazing shade. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and mix it with the gold highlight. And I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. It's just so dramatic, and that's what I really love about it. And then I'm going to take whatever's left over and lightly highlight my brow bone. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to move on to my face, and I'm going to be priming my face with the Smashbox primer water. I'm actually just going to spray it real close to my face and then rub it in. One, I feel like this gets the product into your skin more, and two, I don't want to ruin my eyeshadow with this. I know a lot of people use this product as a setting spray. I never really use it, so I've been trying it out as a primer to see how I like it. And I don't really have much of an opinion yet, but I do think it's very quick drying, which I like because you can just kind of prime your face and you don't really have to wait to start your makeup. So the foundations I'm going to be using today are the Wet n Wild Photo Focus mixed with the Revlon Youth FX. So I do think the Revlon one's a bit drying, but I'm hoping that mixed with Wet n Wild it'll be okay. I'm using Wet n Wild in the shade Cream Beige and Revlon in the shade Natural Tan to kind of mix and get my perfect shade. This Wet n Wild one, I'm telling you, is like my number one besides the Maybelline Fit Me. This is an amazing, amazing drugstore foundation. I highly recommend you try it. This one I'm not even a huge fan of. I'm kind of just using it as a mixer. I know I have my Ulta mixing drops, but I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I'm telling you guys, this Wet n Wild one is a must. Well, this kind of matches me. I might not even need to mix the other one. So I don't think I need... No, I definitely don't need to mix it. This matches me pretty well. Foundation is great. It blends into the skin seamlessly. Oh my god, it literally is the Maybelline Fit Me, but I think with maybe a little bit more coverage and a little less dewy finish. With just one layer, the foundation is really decently full coverage. I think I'm only going to do one layer today. Another product that I've been loving for such a long time that I feel like I don't talk about as much anymore are the Ofra Skin Sculpting Wands. These are kind of like highlighting and contouring products. I wouldn't really use them for a concealer because they are pretty like drying. They're like smudge proof, and that's why I love them for contouring, highlighting, carving out the crease, because they're not going to budge. Oh, and by the way, I do have the discount code Kelsey30 for anything from Ulta. So you can get those wands, you can get their lipsticks, which I love, anything for 30% off with the code Kelsey30. On a day-to-day basis, I'm pretty messy with my makeup. I'm not like super carby. I'm kind of just doing my own thing. I don't know. Another new product that I talked to you guys about was the Ulta Full Coverage Concealer. I actually think I talked to you about this on Snapchat, not on YouTube. This is a waterproof concealer. I didn't know that until I just saw it. The one I'm using right now is in the shade Medium Warm. I really have been kind of liking this. It has like a flat doe foot applicator, and I've been using this just underneath on my dark circles, and I've also been using it in between the brows because I have a lot of texture there, and I've been using it to highlight the center of my face, and then I go back and I go with my regular Maybelline Fit Me, and I use this to kind of highlight my cheeks. But I've really been liking this for those specific areas because that particular shade is so yellow, and I do have pretty yellow skin, and it's been working pretty well for me. It's a more thick coverage concealer. Oh my god, I almost wasn't going to talk about this. This is the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I just recently got this, and I've been using it over my Beauty Blender Pro. I just really like the flat end, and the fact that it has a flat and a pointy end. I don't know, I've really been loving this. I think it's bigger, it's easier to hold, and it's $5, you guys. Like, this is my new thing. Oh yeah. I want to try out the Morphe sponge, but I want to feel it before buying it, and I can't because Morphe is like only online in the East Coast. So I want to try it, but like sponges are usually so hard. Like, I want to be able to feel it before buying it, especially because the Morphe one's like kind of pricey, especially with their shipping. If any of you guys have the Morphe, let me know how it compares to the Real Techniques and how it compares to the Real Beauty Blender. I'm kind of removing my inner corner highlight with my concealer, so I'm going to have to go back in and do that again. Don't let me forget. Now I'm going in with my BareMinerals Invisible Light palette. This is also what I've been using for a mirror lately because I broke my Champagne Pop and my Jaclyn Hill palette. So I can't use that as a mirror anymore or it will fall all apart. I'm going to go ahead and take a big fluffy brush and the translucent shade. I'm going to set my under eyes down first before they crease, and then I'm going to set my entire face. I have been really loving this. We got this in BoxyCharm last month as well. It was a really good box. This makes your face look flawless. I don't know what it is. It makes your face look airbrush. It's such an underhyped product because I'm telling you, it literally makes your face look flawless. And not to mention, when I contour over this with a powder, it literally goes on so much smoother than it ever had before. This is an amazing product. I also like to go in with a super fluffy brush and take that brightening powder on the other side and brighten my under eyes with it. I just wish it was a yellow one. It is a pink and white brightening powder, but it will have to do. The next product I wanted to talk about is the IBY Contour and Highlight Palette. I have talked to you guys about this a bit. This has been the only powder contour product I have been using ever since we got this in BoxyCharm like 2 or 3 months ago. I don't even know what to say. Like, oh, hold on. I've been using contouring and highlighting powders for... I have been using powder, contour, and highlighting products for a very long time now, and my all-time fave before this was the NYX palette, and it still is, honestly. They're probably comparable. I'm not really sure which one is better, but I just know that ever since I got this one, it's all I've been using. It's just so good, and I still haven't hit pan yet. I think there's a decent amount of product in the pans. Alright, I gotta stop talking and doing this at the same time. I look like a fool. Next, I'm going back up into the eyes with the Real Her palette. I'm going to be taking the shade Indomitable. It's kind of like, oh, you saw my face in that reflection. That was kind of weird. It's kind of like a taupey maroon brown. Taking it on a tiny, tiny Real Techniques brush. And I'm lining my lash line. Next up, I'm going to be grabbing my Rimmel Glam Eyes Liquid Liner. Now, this is amazing. I haven't talked to you guys a whole lot about this either. This is just a like $3 or $4 liquid liner you can get at Walmart or at Ulta, and it is a brush one, not a felt tip. I don't use felt tips, and this is what I used to do my liquid liner. I think it's very easy with the wand, and it's just great. The next product I've been absolutely dying over is the Andrea 45 lashes. These are my favorite lashes lately. Let's see if you guys can see them. I don't know if it's focusing. But I've really been loving these lashes, and for my big eyes, they're a tiny bit too big for my eyes. So most of you guys probably have to cut them a little bit, but I don't cut them, and for whatever reason, the way they go in my eye, they just look so good. These are great. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and apply a coat of mascara. This is the Power Volume 24-Hour Mascara. It doesn't even say the brand on it, which is just ridiculous. It looks like it could be L'Oreal or Rimmel or Maybelline. I really don't know, but if you guys watched my last anti-haul video, you know that I'm not too obsessed with mascara because I've got my false lashes on already. Doesn't really matter that much to me, so I'm going to give myself a couple coats on the top, a couple coats on the bottom, and I'm good. I'm quickly going to go back in and re-highlight my inner corners with that Carli Bybel shade. And now it's time to highlight our face. So my first highlighting product is not necessarily new, but it is an old favorite. This is the Anastasia Glow Kit in the shade Sun Dipped. Oh my gosh, you guys have probably heard me talk about this so many times. It's just such great, soft, kind of subtle highlight shades. Oh my gosh. You can pile these highlights on all over your face and it's never going to be anything too ridiculous. So I really like to start off any highlight with a mixture of all of these shades. So that kind of gives my face a healthy glow. And then I like to go back in with the Carli Bybel palette and that white shade. And I take that same brush I used to do my inner corner. And I take that. Sometimes I'll mix it with a gold to make it a little less, you know, crazy white. And I will top my highlight with that. So I'll do the bridge of the nose, the tip, the top of my lip. I'll do my chin. And I will take it on the high points of my cheekbone and above the brow. Once I'm done with that, I like to take a kabuki brush. This one from Beauty Junkies, I have worn out to its full capacity. There's hairs coming out of it, so I can't use it. I can't find my brush, so I'm just going to take my beauty blender, and I like to just kind of tap over it, make it a little less ridiculous, and then we're good. So lastly, we're going to talk about lips. I have 3 products that I really wanted to talk about. The first is the Bite Beauty Lip Primer. I'm absolutely loving this. It smells like mint. I do think it kind of fills in the fine lines of your lips, but it's hard to tell. I'm not really the best at like telling if a lip primer works because it's kind of difficult to tell if it's the lip primer or if you have a good lipstick on. Either way, I don't mind putting this on. It feels like I'm taking care of myself. It feels like it's skincare and it smells like mint and I really, really like it. Next, I wanted to talk about the new Maybelline Matte Ink and the Rimmel Stay Matte. Both of these are ironically like very similar colors. The Maybelline Matte Ink, I've really, really been loving this liquid lipstick. It goes on kind of sticky, but it dries down matte and I really like it. So let's go ahead and show it to you guys. This is in the shade, what is this in? The shade Lover. So as soon as I put it on my lips, it's pretty creamy. I shouldn't have said sticky, it's not really sticky. By the way, for those of you who wanted to know how I feel updated about those L'Oreal matte liquid lipsticks, I'm not a huge fan. I'm actually thinking about returning them and maybe just keeping one. They're just too weird for me. I'll leave that review link down below if you haven't seen it, but they're weird. So these go on a little bit creamy, a little bit wet, but then they dry down and they last forever. I think they're supposed to last for 48 hours. They're ridiculous. They've got great pigment. They're pretty easy to put on. And then this is the Rimmel Stay Matte color in Rose and Shine. And I'm going to put this over it. I was hoping it would be a little bit lighter. It might not be though. Oh no. It's the same tone, but it's more pink. Wow, really pretty. These lipsticks are completely different formulas. I wasn't planning on completely covering that lipstick. I thought that one was going to be like the center of the lid color. But it was too pink and too whatever, so I just topped it, and it's a beautiful combination. And with those lipsticks, you can mix them like that. Both of them, honestly, are so, like, easy to build up. So with that Maybelline one, once it dries, you can go ahead and put another lipstick on top, and it's not going to crumble or anything like that. So I really have been loving these kind of muted pinky purple colors. I think they're so complimentary on, like, medium tan skin tone. And with a good lip highlight... Alright you guys, so there are two more products I actually want to talk about real quick. The first is the Cosmetics Hydrating Mist. The second is the BoxyCharm Spray Set Go Project Beauty. I prefer this as a setting spray just because it has no scent and it just feels refreshing and like it can soak up some of your extra product. But I don't like the spray on it, it's too harsh. This, I like the spray on it, but this product smells a little bit harsh to me. So it makes me feel like it might not be good for my skin, even though it is supposed to be. I can't help it. I fall victim of like, if it smells chemically, it scares me. So one of my subscribers told me to do the whole Elle Woods thing and spray this and then walk into it. So that's what I've been doing. Oh, you guys, I left two products out. I've really been loving the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Forehead Primer. I've been using this every time I do my foundation. I can't believe I forgot to use it today. And then I have the Marc Jacobs Coconut Glow. I have not been using this. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. And it is pretty expensive. So for me to have forgotten about it, that kind of sucks. But I do want to start using that again. Maybe I'll use it when I go to the beach on like my shoulders. But I have really been loving the Revlon Forehead Primer, so I want you guys to know that. I do think that you should go pick it up. I actually have another damn product. I suck. I keep forgetting. This is the eyebrow product that we got in our BoxyCharm. I literally just wanted to say that I don't like this and then I'm not going to use it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that the kind of second impression reviews were helpful for you. And I hope that it wasn't too long for you because I'm looking at the timestamp and I already know it's going to be a long freaking video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit thumbs up if you like chit-chatty longer videos. So I'll be talking to you guys in the comments. Oh, leave some comments down below about these products and how you've been feeling about them if you have tried them on as well. Alright, I'll see you down there.
Hold me close till I get